welcome back into Sunrise. So look, a familiar face is finally back.
I've been on your screens, but from afar.
Yeah.
The last couple weeks,
I guess first of all, before we get to our storm chase, how was, doing live hits from the field every morning?
Getting up at the time we do is what I would call not easy, but like it's kind of second nature. But like on the chase after you've driven so long.
Yeah.
The last thing I wanted to do is get up at 6:30.
Exactly.
Live shot. But it's fine. It was good. It was actually good because I did it at 6:45 and 7:15, and in between the hits, we always stayed at a Holiday Inn Express. I'd go down and get me some free breakfast. Free continental breakfast at that, and it was really nice. But that's what we've done the past 2 weeks. We crisscrossed the country. You guys followed along every single morning on air and online.
And Charlie and Addison came together and have us a recap. So let's take a look.
Isaac and I have been storm chasing on the plains. Let's go ahead and recap. Day 1 was a moderate risk in Kansas, and we saw a gorgeous low precipitation supercell at sunset. We saw some marble-sized hail and a beautiful structured storm. We even ran into a famous storm chaser, Reed Timmer. On day 2 was another moderate risk, this time further east into Oklahoma. We encountered some morning storms and even launched a weather balloon to collect some atmospheric data. There we are analyzing it. We did see some lowerings on this day and some beautiful lightning. On day 3, we had an off day, no storms for us to chase, so we headed into Fort Worth and went to the zoo and even saw the cattle drive. Day 4, we got to go to the National Weather Center and tour the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, and NWS Norman, as well as went into OKC to visit the memorial. On day 5, we continued into Texas. Near Wichita Falls, we saw some beautiful storms with some great structure and a lot of hail. Day 6, we trekked northward into Colorado, and we encountered a supercell that gave us our first tornado. This is the first tornado Addison and I have ever seen, and it was beautiful. It just danced out in the field in front of us, damaging no one. On day 7, we trekked further into Colorado near Denver, and we saw so much hail it actually looked like snow, and the storms out there were, once again, beautiful. Day 8, we trekked southward back into Texas. We got to take in the beautiful Texas landscape with another gorgeous supercell, and this one spun quite a bit but did not produce a tornado for us. Otherwise, though, it was great to take in. Day 9, we trekked southward even further into Texas. We saw a supercell that produced a blue sky and a gorgeous-looking shelf cloud with some hail as well. We also saw quite a spectacular rainbow and light show at night with some gorgeous mammatus to cap off the evening. Day 10, we trekked towards Fort Stockton, Texas. I got to launch the balloon this time, first time I've ever done that. And we sat around, we watched some storms. They tried to get their act together, but unfortunately for our purposes, they never really got to do so. We did get to cap off the day with some great Mexican food and a nice rainbow. Day 11, we trekked back into Kansas. There's Isaac doing some radar analysis, Theo releasing a weather balloon for us to get some data, and we saw what can only be described as a mothership of a supercell with a gorgeous ending to our trip.
Okay, what is that called where the clouds are like that?
So that's basically, it's a laminar structure / striations, but basically it happens when the atmosphere is set up to not necessarily support tornadoes as much, but that's the best kind of storm to see because we'd already seen a tornado and we were hoping for some great structure and we really didn't see that good of a structure until the last day. So
of course it would be the last day.
And we saw the tornado on our 7th day. It was Friday in Colorado, of all places.
And then where was the best place y'all ate the whole time y'all were out on the road?
Gosh, so that Mexican place that Charlie mentioned, I think I would give the nod to, there was this place called Tavern 1301 in Lamar, Colorado. Fantastic. It looked like a rainforest inside, but like the vibes were immaculate.
Immaculate. We'll end on the break to that one.